I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do the surprise dance. I'm already like dizzy. I was so scared of the choreographer. He would yell at us a lot and I'm crying. I'm not gonna do this. Hi, I'm Gipsy. You may know me from Quince Bosses, and today I will be showing you guys my Quince story. My Quince was like 8 years ago. I think it's gonna be 9 years. That's a long time. It feels like so long ago that I barely remember. I feel like my Quince has like stayed so relevant in my life because of our business, of our family business. So this is the first time I'm gonna be watching my Quince footage. I've never watched it because my aunt and uncle were the photographers. I don't know if they lost it, but I finally have it. My Quince, how I remember it, it was like a high school homecoming. Like that's how it felt to me, but only I was wearing a big dress. All right, I am so nervous, but let's watch my Quince video. Oh my gosh. The photo shoot within the Quince. We had like so many photo shoots that day. I think I had like 3 different hairstyles because my mom wanted like wherever we took photos, she wanted it to look different. I think this was the first photo shoot of the day. Oh my god, I had such a big Quince cord. I remember it was so much fun having a huge Quince cord, but at the same time, I do remember it being super stressful. There was times where the choreographer couldn't control them. My house, whenever we had practices, felt like it was a party, like an event going on because there were so many kids there. So I definitely recommend, like, if you're gonna have a huge court, be extra organized and be ready for all of the chaos that is gonna come with it. I didn't have a main chambelán. So that was like the one thing that my mom asked me to not do. She's like, don't have a main chambelán because I don't want like 10 years later, like you looking at your photos and there's like just one person specifically like with you everywhere. And I'm glad I didn't have one. The poses. So my dress, I remember, I think we planned my Quince with not that much time. So I do remember being at school and my mom just sends me a picture of a dress and she's like, do you like it? And I'm like, yes, I love it. And she's like, okay, great, because I already ordered it. So it was good that me and my mom had the same taste. I remember it was like a unique piece that she had ordered, and she added like extra rhinestones and she added like custom stuff to it. I actually really love my dress. I feel like it's timeless. So my Quince theme was a fantasy fairy tale theme, and my mom hired 2 characters to bring that fantasy to life during the parties. So they got like hair and makeup done, costumes and everything. It was really unique. My Quince kind of felt like an expo or like an event in a way, and I actually remember that's where we met a lot of like the people that now work with us. So when it came to deciding whether or not I wanted a Quince, at the time, it wasn't something that we were able to like splurge on, like, oh, have this like big party. And so it was definitely something that my mom saw as an opportunity to help grow the business in a way. At the beginning, I told my mom like I want my Quince like at the store because it was empty and it was huge, and I imagined me coming down like the stairs that we have in the front. But it was, we had luck because my mom's friend had recently gotten this venue and she wanted to show it to us, and I fell in love with it from the beginning. Like right when you walk in, it just looks so like a powerful like place. So we had like the ceremony outside of the hall. It was important for me to have this ceremony. I'm glad that I had my ceremony at the same spot as my venue because it did take away a lot of that stress. Like, we're gonna be late, like we have to get this and that. So all of the decorations, the table setting, everything was picked by my mom, but with my approval. We always met in the middle, but she did like plan the whole thing, and I think it was a huge distraction for her at the time to plan the Quince. I'm grateful that she was the one that organized everything. Oh my god, there's so many people. From what I remember, we invited around 400 to 500. I remember my mom, when it came to like hand out invitations, she gave me like a bunch of invitations, and she's like, invite like your friends, but also like invite like girls that you know from school that are gonna be turning 15, and the whole school knew about it. Like they would try to like get invitations, and I do remember like people like that I didn't invite snuck in, and I did have like that little moment where like I was like, who invited them? At the end of the day, like you don't even see them in the video, so who cares? Oh my gosh, so these photos, I feel like we had different setups throughout the whole party where like I had to stand there and take pictures with everybody. Oh my god, and you can tell I got frustrated there. That was probably like the 100th photo. I do remember while I was taking these photos, I had like a little FOMO because all of my friends were like already like partying and doing their thing, and I really wanted to like be there, but I had to take pictures with all of these people. There was food all over the place. I think like in every other corner. My mom was super extra. You do get frustrated when you're at a quince and you get hungry. So she really wanted to take care of that detail and have the guests covered. Oh my god, so that's the entrance. We had like the characters there, and I was probably crying inside, but we'll get to that in a minute. I do remember being really nervous and anxious like throughout the whole party because everything felt like, okay, like we're gonna go into this now. My dances were like really hard for me at the time because the choreographer was the modeling coach for like the models at that time. So practices were really crazy, and the choreographer was really extra, and he would yell at us a lot, and I would end up crying. The boys would end up fighting just because of all the tension. Javier was not my choreographer. And if you guys thought Javier was mean, little do they know, the models back then that had my choreographer for my quince, they literally walked so that you guys can run. So this was my waltz. Oh my god, that's a lot of spinning. Oh my god, that was a lot of spinning. No wonder I didn't want to do the surprise dance. Probably so dizzy after that. Here we go again with the spinning. And there's one lift and a drop. More spinning, more spinning, more spinning. I mean, I'm already getting dizzy just rewatching this. Those were like the cards. It said Gipsy rod. Okay, so now they're covering me, and I'm like waiting for someone to just come lift me already. At that point, I look so dizzy. I'm like out of it. I literally was just like a doll, just like waiting for someone to lift me or spin me. So then we had the characters come in, and they participated like in the waltz. It was kind of like the middle of the show, I guess, like the grand finale. Oh my god, the rabbit. I totally forgot that we had a rabbit. They just brought me a rabbit when we finished the waltz, and I remember being so confused because I was out of nowhere just handed like this fluffy thing and being lifted. So the rabbit is okay. It was not harmed or anything. We found it a good home, but I do remember being so confused. So now the waltz is done, and this is where the tea comes in. I remember when it came to changing into the surprise dance outfits, that's where I had decided like I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do the surprise dance because first, I don't know it. Second, like I'm already like dizzy, like feeling like all sorts of stuff. And third, I was probably so scared of the choreographer at the time that if I would have done it, like he probably would have gotten mad because I would have just messed it up, and I would have ended up crying. And so I didn't do it. To this day, like everyone, like my family is always telling me like, can't believe you had this whole quince and you didn't end up doing your surprise dance. I think my chambelanes were actually relieved that I didn't move forward with the surprise dance because I don't think they knew it either. I don't think they were ready for it. I was not ready for it. They were also scared of the choreographer. That was like hairstyle number 3 of the day. So my mom wanted the like traditional father-daughter dance to be a little bit different. She wanted it to be kind of like my dad was like receiving me. So right when I walked into the ballroom for the first time, like my dad was already waiting for me, and that was when we did our father-daughter dance. My father-daughter dance was super special to me because I'm the oldest one, and growing up I've always been like my dad's little girl, and I mean we've been through so much together. This was very special to me. Oh, so this is actually really emotional for me. So a little bit over a year prior to my quince, my childhood best friend had passed away, and this is his older brother. That after that I became really close to his brother and his sister, so dancing with him after like my dad and at the beginning of my party was like honoring him as well, like as if he was there with me, so that is super special to me. So after a day of taking pictures with everyone and being dizzy the entire time during my dances, this was really the best part of my quince, was just to like have fun and be there with my friends. I'm really glad that I got to watch my quince finally after all of these years. I think it was all a little bit confusing but fun at the same time. Thank you guys so much for watching My Dream Quince story. Make sure you guys subscribe to the AwesomenessTV My Dream Quinceañera channel and drop a comment down below what your favorite part was. Bye!